Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, I got 8 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 8 more stones we're gonna cut today. Again, these are gonna be similar to yesterday's. These are all seam agates, not the normal gas bubble type agates. So let's take a look at them and see what we're cutting. All right, this first one's got a nice face showing a good banded pattern, a little bit of weathering, and another little window on the edge and on the back. So this one's going to be difficult. Gonna have to cut through something somewhere. Alright, I guess what I'm gonna aim at doing, I like that pattern the best. I'm gonna try to cut through that piece there in between those two windows. Come out over here somewhere. So I may have to cut through some of that little window. Hoping for that pattern. All right. Okay, we got a little bit of windowing here, showing some good color, banding, and a couple little windows here and there. So, wow, okay. Big window back here, it's weathered. I don't know. I wonder if I cut just down the middle. The only real windows I'll be cutting through would be somewhere over here. Yeah, we'll try to do that. All right. Really light colored, odd shape. Does have some windows, showing some chalcedony, possibly some banding. So yeah, I gotta find a way to cut in between these windows. So maybe yeah, something like that. Cut up through here. Whoops. All right. Another kind of triangular shaped piece. That could be a window, and it just has cleachy on it. That's what it kind of looks like. So let's assume that's a window for now. And if that's the case, little window here. Best bet's going to be to cut right down this center of this. So parallel to that possible window. All right, definite window on that side, also on that side, and it kind of spreads across the stone, across here. All right, so gonna have to cut into a window here somewhere. Question is, how much of a window? I'm wondering if I could cut parallel to that big window and just clip maybe these windows. How bad that'll be. All right, we'll figure it out. Okay, some more windows, banded agate, a little bit of quartz. Lots of windows. I'm wondering if I could cut it this way. Yeah, let's do that. So I can minimize the number of windows I cut. Little window there. One there. Bigger one here. Trying to cut it this way on this side of that window, parallel to that. May end up cutting through that. We'll do something like that. And I think this is the last one. All right, we got a window there. Oh, crap. It goes almost all the way around the stone. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to cut through a window, so I see the banded pattern mostly there and there. If I pick a point over here, like right there, and just cut it around that way. All right, something like that. I'll try to minimize the windows, so maybe if I cut through that diagonal, that'll work. We'll see. Okay, let me get these on the saw, get them cut. I'll be right back with the results, and we'll see what's on the inside of these. All right, back from the saw. Let's go through them. Start off with this one. So, cut it through this way. Let's see if I get a good cut. Over here. All right, well, very translucent. Does have some faint banding. Full pattern, a little tiny fracture. Looks healed. You can see the fractures on this side a little better, but they are healed. All right, ghostly pattern, very faint. Interesting. All right. Next up. So we had this one. So kind of cut it where I wanted it. Did pretty good placement. Let's see what it's hiding on the inside here. Oh, look at the colors. Okay, I got a little bit of host rock right up in here. It's pitted a little, but great pattern. And look at the color. That's awesome. That one will look good polished. A little fracture up here on the top, but a healed one going across the front there. I didn't see it on the other side. All right. Good color, good banding. I like that one. Very nice. Okay. Next up. So this one ended up wanting to cut parallel to that biggest face. I knew it was going to go through a little bit of window on the edge there. Let's see how it came out. Oh, I didn't lose any of the good pattern. Came out pretty good, actually. Nice pattern. A little bit of chipping up here on the edge. But other than that, I think that's just due to the weathering of the stone. You can see the white coming in there on all three spots. That'll look good polished. or in the tumbler for that matter. All right, this side's a little better, just a little bit of that chip right there. Good pattern. This I can clean up. Guessing this where it just broke off. You can see it here a little. All right, that'll look good polished. Not bad. Okay. Next up, we had this one. And the idea was I liked this pattern and that pattern. So if I cut through here, I'm thinking I don't lose too much of either of those full patterns. Let's see if that was a good choice. Oh yeah, I didn't lose much at all actually. And the full pattern is there on both sides. It does have some heel fractures. They don't take away from that at all. This looks really nice. Great color. Great banding. That's a nice specimen. That'll look really good polished. And this side's even a little nicer. Might even have some parallax in this one. All right, love the banding and color on that one. That came out really good. All right, next up, I had this little one. I had to cut through that part of the window, but I was hoping for that pattern. Let's see if we got it. All right, well, really nice tight banding on that. I like that dark center. Great banding. That one will look really good polished. Good cut. Very nice. And almost all of these were really good today. All right, next up we have this one. Kind of wanted to cut it a long ways to be parallel to that window. Not cut through that window. Cut it a little thinner than I wanted to on this side, but not too bad. Let's see what came out of it. All right, that's really cool. This is just paint from the saw blade, but I don't see any fractures in this. And that's a perfect triangular pattern. All right, definitely gonna get this one polished. That's nice. And this side's even a little better. Wow. Really good cut. Love the banding in that. That's way better than I thought it was gonna be. All right, two left. Okay, darker color, banding, or at least some chalcedony, weathered. I knew I was gonna have to cut through that. So I did get a cut about where I wanted it. And, ooh. All right, really good colors. I do believe I got almost a complete full pattern on that. I mean, I lost a little right here, but it looks like it was just gonna be like plumes. Little right here maybe. Again, plumes, the full band of patterns in there. Got some little inclusions floating in that one. White snowflakes or platelets. Tiny bit of quartz. Actually adds to this one. I like that. This side, quartz is a little smaller. Lost a little more of the pattern out here, or of that plume area. But the full pattern of the banding is pretty much captured. Very nice. All right, another candidate for polishing for sure. Cool. Did good. All right, last up, had this little one. Again, it's got this cleachy kind of sticking to the edge here, but from what I can tell, it looks like that's a window, like a break. So I kind of wanted to cut it parallel to that, right down the middle. Let's see what we did. Oh, look at that. Okay, I can clean that up on the edge here. Maybe a tiny fracture right there. Can't tell. Might not be a fracture actually. Yeah, I think that's just part of the pattern. Look at the colors in that. And it is very translucent. All right, that's gonna look wicked polished up. The depth and the colors on that are so nice. The kind of blue-gray with the white banding. A little bit of post rock or something up here. All right, that's a super cool cut. Definitely gonna get that guy polished. All right, that is a good one to end the video on. So I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.